Hello, everyone. Let's wait maybe 5 minutes more so we can collect more attendees for our evening Q&A session.
Hi everyone, just a couple more minutes before we start so that people can join us. So just a minute and then we start. All right, everyone, I think we have like 11 participants. It's not much, so I believe we can uh, as easily use our audio and just say something. So feel free to share your thoughts, questions, anything you'd like to add, or maybe contribute to the whole hackathon idea. Just that's the right moment to do it. So we have a first question from Tomas. We made a team, we have an idea, and we are programming a prototype. What further paths should we follow, and what steps should we not miss? Dmitry, would you like to address this one?
Yep. So I think we had this question already addressed on the morning session, and happily to have it on record. So let me just repeat Uh, so now it's a time that you form a team. You'll try to navigate within community, and after you feel that you have your team formed and you can work on a project, then you just you have to submit the final application with all needed material included, which is up to 2-minute video, documentation, link to your gate itself, and you must do these crossing the checkpoints with domain managers. And just to let you know, there will be special panels with on each category of issues we are fighting here with, or addressing on Friday. So on Friday, you will have occasion to meet your domain managers for isolation, for education, and for facts and data. So Saturday is very important for you, Friday is very important for you, and Sunday is very important for you. So anyone else would like to address any other issue or share their thoughts? Or
All right. So we're still waiting for your questions. If you have any, just might unmute yourself and ask. Also, you're welcome to share your thoughts. If you have any, you might put them in the chat box. If you happen not to have any questions, if there's no need for that right now, you might also jump in for tomorrow's session. Yeah, and put them there. And also, you might ask on a Ask Anything channel. So yeah, I think there's quite a lot going on right now with over 1,100 uh, members. That's really I mean, it's huge right now, and I think most of the people maybe they know what to do right now, and they gathered around in like groups, to deliver the actual prototype or working MVP to submit it by the end of Sunday. So if you have any ideas, how we might address the needs that are there, maybe switch or replace the Q&A session with something more relevant than just questions about what's going on and the updates. You're also welcome to share your thoughts and help us out with that, to carry this onward, as we're also doing everything on our foot. So yeah, so we'll wait for a couple more minutes with any more questions. If not, then we'll just we'll end this session.
okay, Thomas asked one more. If I understood correctly, by Friday you have to decide in which category we assign ourselves, right? So yeah, the domain is important. So after you finally decide what structure of and what issues will be addressed by your project, then you might decide to which domain assign yourself. And different domain mentors are in different domains. So of course it will be easier with a higher chance to succeed for you to finish this hackathon.
Maybe to add this, to add something to this, it's not that you need to decide by Friday, or is it, Dmitry? I think you need to, by the submission deadline, you need to decide, right? On Friday we have.
No, thanks, Chris. It seems like we all need some rest,
Yeah.
and our minds are still not so sharp. But yeah. So White Friday. On Friday, you will have three webinars with for different domains. So maybe these webinars will make it easier for you to decide where your project fits best. Through Saturday and Sunday, this final submission form will be open, and there will be 3 checkpoints with domain mentors. So the more checkpoints you will do, the easier will be, and the better health of your project will be, from our gut feeling, of course, before you submit it, because they will be your advisors, and they will also check the health of a team and health of the project. So the more checkpoints with domain mentors you do, and there are 3, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday, we believe the better effect you will have.
It makes sense to interact with domain mentors. The simple reason for that is because by Sunday morning, they will be actually pre-selecting the ideas, meaning the first sort of filter will be with them. So it totally makes sense to jump into any call. You might choose one, for example, isolation or education or facts and data, depending on which you're trying to address with your idea, because these people there, they will decide whether your project fits or not, if that makes sense.
I've got a question about similar projects that are reported or kind of put there in the discuss for discussion channel. Is there any notion for those projects to kind of team up if they have a similar area, or actually are very close to each other, or any help in finding those that are similar?
That's a good question. Yeah.
So yeah, if you see some similar project right now, you can decide which project to join, or of course you can execute 2 of similar ones in different teams and see which team will be executing better, or you may joint venture with a different team maybe. So all options are available. Finally, the submission for scoring before Sunday 10 is the most important. So if there will be more than one of similar top projects, it's absolutely okay. The better one will just go through to top 30 pitches.
So I think your question was about if I found a similar project, should I don't know, how do I find them, and then what should I do? Is this the case?
Yeah, especially how do I find at this
Yeah.
point? Of course, what should I do? That's that depends on how close the project actually is.
Sure.
But just to find at this point, I guess
Yeah.
there are some projects that feel the same. They may not be in the end, but at least to find them to make sure that we haven't missed any.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So there are different ways to do that. So there's this discussing idea channel, and I see that it's really lively right now, and there are people posting there discussing their ideas. So I think there might be like one place to either search for something similar or post about your idea, and maybe look at if there is any match or any similarities. The second thing, second option would be the list that we have in Guana. I'm not sure, Dmitry, if it's public or not. Can
It's
we
public.
like? It's public.
It's
Okay, all
public.
right.
It's public. It's public. So you can see actually the name of someone who applied this team. So you can find this people, or you can just ask, okay, who can I find the author of this idea on the channel? Yeah.
Right. So it's public. Where is it available?
I'm publishing it regularly 2 times a day on the general channel, on the Hack the Crisis channel. So I've updated it like 10 minutes before Q&A session. And there is a link with 60 ideas published. So,
All right.
yeah.
There's also one channel that might be like a side option, I think. Team to team help. So it's another channel that we came up with to facilitate the team to team discussions, any kind, not only matching, but maybe some help, because what we assumed is that there might be some similarities, but there might be there might be some capacity to help each other with our projects, or maybe I don't know, merge them in a way, or synergize as well. So yeah, that's another third option, I think. Does that address your idea or your question?
Yes, I've got a follow-up question also.
Sure.
Or a second question. So the other question is that some of the ideas are probably mostly from the top of our heads, and not everybody have a medical expert on the team, or kind of government official or anyone close to that. So where do you think at this kind of idea level, where could we find people, which channels basically we should discuss whether the idea is helpful, and whether it makes sense to continue on that front, or whether it's just it's a nice idea, but it's rather hard to apply or something like that.
Yeah. So the question is about the actual need that's out there in the front line going on in, I don't know, like hospitals or places where the actual need appears. And yeah. So okay, I'll try to answer that question. It's a really tough one and very important question as well. So as you know, we work with this hackathon is co-organized by Golfside, Polish Prime Minister as well. So that means we have the very insights from the actual front line and what's going on in the places where these domain experts actually are, with people who have those needs. So it's like a tough thing to do, to involve them, because most of the time they have really hands full of work in times of crisis, which is right now. So it's really hard to find and involve people with actual problems for them to hop off the bus that they're hop off the highway to hell, I would say, that they're on right now. So however, we're trying to do it. Today we had a webinar with a mayor of one city in Poland, and he's been trying to state what actual challenges they have right now. And I've shared some bits of it in Discussing Ideas channel right now as a form of a short summary. So it's like one slide. He puts which challenges he has, and there's also additional quotation from him about what actual idea he would like to have, what kind of solution he'd like to have to address those needs. So we're trying to do it. It's not like a simple answer to this question, but we're trying to do it, and we're doing it as we speak. We're trying to involve more and more people. There are really huge names from the government side that we're talking to, but we're really not sure if they'll be able to, jump in and look at those ideas, or maybe say more about what the actual problem is. Dimitri, would you like to add something to this?
I think it will be hard to add anything on that. So I believe that we need the support also from different government institutions, the health ones, and also experts around med and health tech. So we are bringing them there, and some of them even start to introduce themselves that they might help. So just I think after the very first day, we will still observe the growing number of experts or specialists who want to commit their time and brains to the hackathon. And as of now, we have a total 60 plus mentors, and new applications, they are just coming in. So probably tomorrow you will have a lot more of them. That's why it's important to have this a little ability for ideation phase, for diving around, exploring other people and ideas. So tomorrow you will actually be more structured, and Friday you will finally work closer with experts and specialists. So that's the idea behind that. And of course, we're there to support with questions, answering them all the time. And yeah.
If you guys have any ideas how we might reach out to med people, that would be good. If you guys have actually, because we have some ideas and we're doing it as we speak, but it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not 100% like effective right now. They're really in the front line, trying to embrace the chaos that's going on throughout the whole not only country but Europe wide. So if you have any ideas, you just reach out to us. I'm on Slack. It's Chris. There's Dmitry. Any tips, or if you know any people that might contribute, we might come up with an interview with them. We might do another live stream. We might do like written interview, which might be more effective. I don't know, like different ideas. If you guys have anyone, does that address your question?
In general, yes. Maybe I'll also try to post the idea to the mentors groups. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe that's also something I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, in general. Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. Do we?
Yeah. So I think we'll collect more and more questions till the tomorrow's morning session, throughout the evening and night. Right, Chris?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking because we had like 70 people in the morning and now we have 13. So I'm thinking if that kind of form, like a video or live stream form, is appropriate. Do you guys think, like one question, do you guys think that text form or some sort of FAQ what might be more effective than that kind of video streaming? Any thoughts?
Usually video is quite good in terms of kind of wrapping everything up, but maybe just having a special discussion before the chat, the video version, and then kind of wrapping it up in the video would be
all right,
more sensible. I mean, at least from my experience.
So So
build a
gathering.
case and then discuss it in video. Only the ones that that failed to be discussed in enough detail on chat, because that has its limitation also.
All right. So gathering questions first and then answering them on a video. Is this the thing?
Yeah, I mean, if they are not the kind of questions that weren't addressed in full in the chat, because usually you can just discuss them quickly.
All right. Makes sense. We'll look at it.
Okay. Good. So I think we'll wrap up this one and see you tomorrow in the morning. Of course, in between, you can reach us on Slack. Thank you all. Have a productive time.